Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Pwn. How you doing today? I am fantabuloso. It's Spanish for fantabulous, by the way. I wanted to kind of touch base on console because I haven't done it in a while, and because of excuse me, where'd that come from, Mom? Because of that, I basically decided that with my internet being under wraps right now, having to wait for another week and a half until I get internet, I've been restricted to basically playing PlayStation 4 at the old house to kind of stockpile gameplays. So I wasn't going to unpack my rig and all my monitors and everything back else. I was just like, let's take an Elgato, a PlayStation 4, and use the 720p little 32-inch over home. Something we haven't packed yet. I'm like, okay, so I made it happen. I went the lazy way. And I am not good at console. I will be the first guy to tell you this. What you're looking at on your screens like that. There were people noticing in my gameplay yesterday that were like, damn, Pwn, where'd your aim go? I'm like, it got hit by like a truck. Like I honestly... I'm just not that good at that. People will watch my gameplay on PC and be like, oh, he's pretty solid. I see you with the recon and the thing and the sniping and the shooting. And then they see me play on PlayStation. They're like, are you using your face? So there are things about the PC and the console that are always going to be different, but there's more things that I respect about console. Now, to me, people are always fighting in this war. Oh, PlayStation's better. Xbox is better. Wii U. Never mind. PC's better. And everybody's freaking out. You know, they always have these sides, and there's just favorites, but there's no real better. Whereas PC has better customization, better screens, better graphics, everything looks better, more frames. That's great. No, honestly, I think after 60 frames, you really don't need it. I don't think the actual eye can catch it anyways at that point. But I honestly don't know. So I don't think they're... I mean, you have the customization. Obviously, you're going to get what you pay for. You go out there and buy a $100 car versus a $100,000 car. You're going to get what you paid for. Sure, you're going to overpay a little bit, but it's still going to be better than a $100 one. And that's what the PC customization offers you, is enhanced visuals, gameplay, maneuverability, everything. I honestly think there is only one real pure advantage to PC that console does not have, that is not, I guess, every household, and that is the mouse and keyboard. Mouse and keyboard provide precision that controllers can never match, that two fingers cannot match. Compared to a whole hand and controls and having all of those buttons at your disposal, the hand cannot maneuver on a single tablet, a single thing in your hand to cover everything you need to do in a game. For example, my perfect example is some people watch my gameplays quite often, and they're like, I didn't know you could shoot while you're planning an objective. And a lot of people don't know this because on console, and I now know what they're meaning, because on console, when you go plant, you basically have to take your finger off of, I think is it the right thumbstick, to plant the IMCOM, because you have to hold square or whatever it is on Xbox. And while you're planting, you can't look, so you can like sidestep, but you can't look. So what I have to do is I have to take my left hand and come over to the right stick and move and still have my middle finger on the trigger, so I'm all wonky looking weird like I'm flipping a bean a little bit. I don't know what's going on underneath there. So I understand why things, and that's just, again, that's maneuverability, that's comfort. I can plant arm IMCOMs with one button and still have my entire hand, both of my hands, able to defend myself while I'm arming an IMCOM. And you do not get that from console. That comfort and ease is not available on console. Every time somebody diffuses or arms something on console, they just run right into it, face in there like, I smell you. It's not really that special. There's nothing very I always look at it and I look like they just got in trouble in their timeout. So I understand that there are comfort levels, not to mention the precision. The precision. You don't need aim assist. You don't need any of that stuff. When you have a mouse, you go for headshots. You go for headshots. There is no struggle over long range. I could take an MX4 and get you from 100 meters if I do it right. I'm not capable of doing that. The average person is not capable of doing that on console. Some of you guys may be great and can do that on console, but it takes lots of training, lots of time. The average player may not be capable of doing that, but the average player can still do that on PC. That's what I'm saying. There's a little bit of ease. Now, upon doing some research trying to find out, it looks like that it's definitely up in the air that DICE and some of these guys are looking into the possibility of having PS4 kind of branched out into it. If you guys did not know, you can put up a Bluetooth keyboard or a standard keyboard and mouse to it, but you can basically only navigate the menus according to this article I read. Now, what it said was that is pushing controller-based. That stuff is optional. But you really can't play any games with keyboard and mouse yet, except for War Thunder. Now, War Thunder, they're actually trying to push and make it as if it's a PC shooter on console. You pretty much have to use KB and mouse for War Thunder. Now, I went on to read that the PS4 version of War Thunder will let you play like you do on PC. It supports mouse and keyboard and flight sticks. Better yet, War Thunder will also pit PS4 gamers against PC gamers. Hallelujah. I don't know how credible this is, how truthful this is, But years and years and years have we always, as gamers, dreamt and hoped of the chance for PC players to play COD players, to play PS4 players, to play Battlefield players, to play Xbox players. And I've always felt that you're not going to get PlayStation players to play Xbox players because of sales for purposes. Some people basically only buy Xbox because their friends play Xbox, and if I could play my Xbox friends while on PS4, you know what I mean? It's going to tip the scales a little bit. So I've always understood that, but I've also never wondered why, like, you know, Microsoft's never worked between, you know, their platforms, PC and Xbox. That would just do monstrous things to their sales. But I started looking at things a little bit more, and I started to understand and realize that the doors are opening up right now that are incredible. And DICE and EA have been on the record saying that that is definitely not something that's out of reach right now. That is not something that's impossible. Obviously, they got their hands full right now with trying to get the game to work properly. But they said if the Battlefield community wanted something like that, it'll happen. And they say it's a really, really smart idea because basically, I mean, you need mini controls for Battlefield. And if that's what the community wants, they said they will deliver that in due time. I mean, we wanted the battle recorder and all these things for the longest time. People were hoping it happened. Not this time around. There's enough recording devices out there anyways. It's not really that big of a deal. But to be completely honest with you, the fact that they've acknowledged it, said, hey, this is a cool idea, is big, because they usually don't step up and say things like that. They usually leave you teased with dinosaurs and megalodons and battle recorder, and they usually don't talk about it. But the fact that they actually spoke up on the topic was brilliant. So could we see a future title, the next Battlefield 4 title with keyboard and mouse available for console? I don't know, but it stands to be a definite possibility, and that excites me. Again, like I said, the only thing to me that really separates the two, because visuals are not that big a deal to me, the only two that really separates the two is the precision and comfort that I have with a mouse and keyboard. It allows me to be more accurate than I could ever do. I used to play COD competitively and all these other things. I used to be really, really good at lots of games on console. I started Halo on console. I'm not a noob at console. I'm just nowhere near as good on console with Battlefield as I am on PC, and hours and hours and hours of gameplay would never be able to change that. That comes straight down to the mouse and keyboard precision. So again, thank you guys for your time. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys PC players, and what do you think about this? Would you be more inclined to doing that? But again, like I said, the one major difference between console and PC is PC, you generally need to sit up in front of a couple monitors. It's something that you want to play and you want to take a little bit more serious. The one benefit of console to me is something I can just pull out a controller and sit back on the couch. But for me, being a PC player and a console player, it just pains me. I'm passing stones every time I have to play console, knowing that I'm that much better on PC. So let me know your thoughts on this. Do you open up the idea of having this as a possibility? Would you do that? That would bring competitive to console. That would do so many great things for console overall. So let me know your opinions, your thoughts. Leave that down in the comment section below. And stay safe out there, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to teabag that like button, as it helps out a lot. And just do it gently, though. We don't want anything getting caught in any little holes. So have a good day, ladies and gentlemen. Stay moist.